Going to be here live on Facebook as well. So I just want to see if everything is working, and it looks good. Okay. So, yeah, feel free to comment anytime throughout this little chat here. And first of all, I just wanted to welcome you guys. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I actually somewhat did my hair today. So, yeah, so it's a great excuse to do that. But what I'm really coming on to talk to you guys about is just, like I said, my personal journey, my personal story, what I've been through in the last 5 years, which is, you know, everyone goes through ups and downs, right? And I think kind of what's unique about my story is, I think, you know, being able to overcome some obstacles and how kind of coaching has helped me do that. So essentially I started, so my coaching journey, I actually started first with programs. I grew up as a ballet dancer, was really looking for, you know, the total solution, something that, you know, I had looked into like lean shakes, and I had looked into different types of, you know, protein shakes, and I was looking at, you know, different ways that I could possibly go back to dancing, that I could stay in shape and be consistent with it. Because where I was at before was, you know, I was going to the gym and I was doing some running, but I wasn't really enjoying it. I wasn't really seeing all the benefits, and I wasn't really challenging myself. I didn't feel excited about, you know, what I was doing and waking up every day and going to the gym. It just didn't excite me. So I realized that, you know, growing up as a dancer, I needed something really interesting that, you know, that I could stick to, where I could really see myself progressing. So I didn't know it at the time, but I needed a program. And so at the time, I had seen a friend of mine, you know, post on social media that she was getting ready for her wedding. She was just getting these incredible results with her programs. And I was like, what is she doing? And I was one of those people that, you know, I follow and I research and, you know, before I get into anything at all, I just, you know, I want to make sure that it's right for me, and I want to take that time. And if I'm going to make an investment, I want to make sure that it's the right one, and it's going to be, you know, a holistic solution for me, something that I can stick to for the long term. So I actually did get started mostly with the fitness. I hadn't even really dived into the nutrition side yet. You know, I started, we only had a few programs. So I started with a kickboxing program. It was like this cardio kickboxing, but the schedule reminded me so much of, you know, my life as a serious dancer. And sorry, my dogs are in the background and they get very excited when they see something out the window. So you might hear some dogs, and I also have 2 children. And if I didn't introduce myself, let me just backtrack for 1 minute for anybody that's coming on right now. My name is Amanda O'Connell, and I'm just kind of talking about my coaching journey and kind of what got me into it, you know, why I'm so excited about this, why I'm so gung-ho about this journey, and why I've stuck to it for the last 5 years. So I was really I had this dream that I was gonna get back into dancing, because that was what I had done my entire life. I absolutely loved it. It was something I was just super passionate about, and still am to this day. So like I said, you know, I was looking for something that would challenge me, that would get me results, that would help me progress, that would help me ultimately build my confidence. I really needed something that was going to work. I needed something that I could sink my teeth into, that would help me grow, that would help me just get back to the girl that I knew that I was. Because when I went to college, you know, it's college. I had a college experience, but I really, really missed the discipline and the results, and not just results, but what I was getting out of dancing, the adrenaline, the passion, you know, dance as an art form, like performing for an audience. Like, I was missing all of that. So I was really seeking something kind of holistically that would help me get back to the girl that I knew that I was and could be. So that's really what drew me in. The trainer at the time really reminded me of my ballet teacher I had growing up. She was just super motivating, but would also push you. And I wasn't used to that. I was going to the gym and I was just not getting, I was just kind of winging it, right? And so when you wing something, you just don't get those results that you're super, super proud of. You're kind of like, okay, well, I'm showing up and I'm doing this thing, and it felt okay, but I feel like there's something missing. I don't see myself progressing the way I really want to see myself progress. So that's the difference of what I saw in these programs. Like I said, I hadn't even dived into the nutrition aspect yet, where I would actually get better results postpartum than I had ever had even throughout college. People say you are in better shape now and after kids than you were in college. And it's true. It's because I have found the total solution, something that works for the long term. So I didn't actually dive into the business at all. I was doing these programs and I started learning about the business kind of as a fly on the wall. Wanted to do it because I thought it would be fun and I thought it would be something that, I might be good at, that it would help me feel fulfilled and help people with their fitness journeys. So I really enjoyed I have a marketing background, so I enjoyed the marketing and the branding side, and connecting with new people was hard. I'm kind of an introvert naturally, and so I've had to really push myself in terms of meeting new people and being able to help them and talk to them, and that's essentially what we do. So that being said, I didn't jump into the business until I had a real reason to jump into the business. And so I knew that, so fast forward, after I had completed a few programs, I really liked how I was feeling. I was doing, my superfood shake, feeling amazing, fueling my body, feeling like I had better control over my nutrition, just from implementing just this one superfood, all-inclusive shake with digestive enzymes. My body was just feeling better. I was having more energy. I felt better. So I loved all of it, but I was scared. I honestly, a lot of people are scared to dive into coaching because it's a business, and you're like, I don't know how to build and grow a business online. I don't really know what I'm doing. And a lot of fears started to creep into my head, what if people are gonna judge me, and what if they think that it's stupid, or all these things, right? All these fears, these natural fears that you might have when you dive into something new. But when I had my son, I just knew in the back of my mind from seeing success from my upline's team, and we call it upline in the network marketing world, but she was really my mentor, a friend of mine, somebody I grew up with, that has now built an incredible team and is a 7-figure earner. Incredible. And so I had seen her success even back then. I was watching, people progress and just be able to pay off loans, and I was like, wow, what if I could do that? What if I could make this a side thing where I could earn a stable income too, and help my future family, right? Might as well dive in now because it's something I'm interested in, and something that, I would love to stay accountable with my own fitness. I would love to see what it's like to run my own group, right? And help other people. So sure, let's give it a shot. So I decided that after I had Will, my son, 5 years ago, and he just turned 5 in April, this month, the 22nd. So just turned 5. He was my real reason that I wanted to dive into the business. I wanted to, I'm sorry if it's loud, my daughter's kind of running around, and it's just the way it is. This is what it's like running a business with, husband and kids and everything else. So Will was my reason. I was pregnant at the time. I was working full time in a marketing job. It was my major. It was what I was supposed to be doing, right? It was what I thought I was going to do forever. And I was commuting an hour and a half each way to my job. I was making decent money, but I was so exhausted and it was just sucking the life out of me. And I just was like, I can't do this anymore. I don't know how much longer I can handle this. So as soon as it was getting nearer and nearer to the time of his due date, I was like, I don't want to go back to work. I really want to give this a fair shot. I really want to dive in, and I want to make this happen for myself. So that's what I did. I dove in. I took it seriously. I showed up for calls. I did my checklist. I I started growing my own group. I started helping people. My first challenge group is basically my accountability groups that I run that are now full of hundreds of people. And back then I only had 4 people, and it was just me and a few other people, right? So that was really kind of what kicked things off for me. But the difference maker was that it was something that I loved, that I could do from anywhere, that would help me stay focused on my journey, but also at the same time help and inspire new people that, have dreams of, like, maybe they wanted to get back into, like, maybe it's not a dance class, but maybe they want to run a marathon, or maybe there was something they did in their life that they miss. And it was just that void that I was feeling, that I was really passionate about giving back, giving that to somebody else, giving that gift of fulfillment in this beautiful package, this essentially a box. When you get started, you get a box, right? But it was this beautiful package that just tied everything together, where I could really step into my purpose, build my confidence, and I've seen myself grow in so many ways. And so I ended up leaving my full-time job to do coaching. I was still working a little bit from home on the side until that job was cut, laid off from that job. And so during this whole time, it was a little bit tumultuous because I really wanted to make this work for myself. And so it was going really well. I was rank advancing. I had hit one of it's a rank called Diamond that a lot of people work very hard to achieve. And so I did that. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you guys may have seen this, but I had a brain tumor. Didn't know about it. We were on a family vacation, came home one night. I think it was the first night home. We were back. It was a Tuesday. And my husband woke up in the middle of the night. I had a horrible seizure. I was shaking. He thought I was dying. Like, he didn't know what was going on. It was crazy. My son was 11 months old. So I had just started in my journey and was like feeling so on top of the world, so amazing, so just on fire. And it just hit me literally like a ton of bricks. Didn't know how I was gonna overcome this. Like, how was I gonna help people if I was going through this brain tumor diagnosis? I ended up getting the surgery. But everything that I had put into practice for those previous, a year, had helped me gain so much strength that my recovery was super fast. I was out of the hospital within 24 hours. It was 24 hours essentially after a 5-hour surgery that I had on my brain. So I still have a scar. You guys can't see it because I have a lot of hair. But but it runs from here to here. But my choices were I could go in and get it biopsied and see if it was cancerous and it was going to spread and all that. But I decided to just get it out because I didn't want to deal with tumor. I didn't want to deal with seizures again. I didn't want to deal with all of that. I just wanted to move on with my life, and I wanted to get back to doing the stuff that I love. So that was a major, major obstacle for me. It was very, very hard. But after that, I had a completely new perspective of life. I just wanted to dive in and do everything that I loved. So what I did was I dove 100% into coaching, inspired. I felt like, my son inspired me. I was working out with him when he was just a baby, right? So he was 11 months old, turned 1, had seen me working out since he was born. And I just, with my whole heart, wanted to do something, wake up every day and just live life to the fullest. And this is 100% was the perfect opportunity for me. Everyone has a different story, but in my life, it was there at the right time. And I am so grateful that I decided to face my fears and do this because of the person I've become through this process, because of everything that I've learned, everything that I've put into practice. I could go on, I have notes here and stuff, and I want to talk to you guys about the compensation plan and how to earn, and essentially, if you know anything about network marketing, it's an amazing business. It's a business where your income literally can grow while you sleep. obviously you have to put in the work, but you earn residual income. My income has grown year over year. There are some weeks where you work harder than others and you can still essentially earn depending on, what you have going on, right? And so you can earn a couple of different ways. There's commission, there's team cycle bonuses, there's rank bonuses. There's all these different types of ways you can earn in this one opportunity. You are rewarded 100% for the people that you help, the people that you mentor. Beachbody loves, and I partner with Beachbody to run my business. Beachbody loves people that want to mentor people into leadership positions. They reward that. So I would never, if I had a coach working, on my team, I would never be taking money from anybody underneath me. That's not how it works. They reward you on top of everything that, my team could out-earn me. And in fact, that's what would fulfill me, is if I could grow leaders and mentors that grow their own organizations and are CEOs of their own company, that are 100% self-sustainable, that if they want to, whether it's they want to work part-time and they want to bring in, pay some bills, or they want to, earn 7 figures, $1 million like my coach has done, you can do that too. But it really is dependent upon effort, diligence, and skill. And that's something that when you come onto my team, I work with you hand in hand. That's how I've worked the best in mentoring my coaches to, Diamond and beyond, right? Is I work with you hand in hand. I want you to have success. And most of all, I want you to be achieving your dreams. Your dreams are maybe different from my dreams, right? And everyone's dreams are different. But that's really what I love about this too, is the mentorship opportunity. So, in terms of what this opportunity has done, I've been able to pay off a lot of debt. I carried a lot of student loans coming out of college. Like I said, on top of, essentially transforming my health from the inside out and my confidence, everything, to stepping into a businesswoman shoes, right? And learning how to run my organization has been such a huge challenge, but such a huge growth experience. And I've been doing a lot of personal development. We really encourage personal development in terms of I can give you a ton of books that I've read that have really helped me, anywhere from confidence to leadership to growth, and everything in between. So, like I said, paid off a lot of debt, and, have earned vacations. I just came back from a new leader conference for achieving a new rank, that very, very few. So we had 400 coaches achieve this rank last year out of a network of 300,000 coaches. So I was able to work out on stage, which is a dream of mine. And honestly, I'm not necessarily a high volume, high sales kind of person. I've been able to do what I do because I like to work very closely hand in hand with a few people that I mentor, and have seen great success doing that. So I really like to focus on quality versus quantity, although I want to help as many people as I possibly can. But really what I want to do is empower people to kind of step into their own shoes and kind of run their own organizations. So in terms of that, I went on this amazing trip. I got to work out on stage. I got, they give you dinners and free hotel, and it was amazing. I've also earned a trip where I brought my husband on a cruise. So there's all kinds of trips that you can earn. And on top of that, an income that steadily grows over time. We get paid weekly, and so we get paid weekly, and really, like I said, I work with you. I help you with your specific goals, and whatever it is that you want to do with this. So that's where you and I would work together to make that happen. For me, I really enjoyed, building something of my own, something that, I'm passionate about, something that helps connect me to my passions and encourages me to just be positive in my everyday life, to just help myself step into leadership shoes. My husband and I also run our own business. We are 100% entrepreneurs. So this opportunity has helped me step into those shoes, has prepared me for building teams and building organizations and helping people grow and leaning into networking, relationships, and giving back, being able to serve in a greater way. And that's really what I was looking for outside of the corporate world. I really wanted to leave my impact in a bigger way. And this has really, thank you. This has really helped me step into those shoes, and just really grateful for it all together. On top of the income and the trips and everything else, it has helped me just have a process and just develop these incredible habits in my own life to be successful, to set yourself up for success in whatever you do. So there are different ways you can, like I said, you can join simply for a discount on our products. A lot of people do that, and that's totally fine. You don't ever have to run a business if you don't want to run a business. You can join for the 25% off. We have incredible superfood shakes. We have tons of supplements, performance. So we have, recovery supplements and hydration and collagen, which has been incredible. And essentially superfoods that are delivered to your door, especially during the time of crisis when it's hard to get to the grocery store. Just so many amazing, and actually, so my kids also do, there's a kids superfood shake as well. So there's tons of programs, tons of workouts. There's a new bar program that I absolutely love that is like my dream program from being a dancer. It's just a lot of fun. And yeah, so there's tons of options. But like I said, if you do want to build something bigger, we can do that too. And I can help you every step of the way. I think, altogether, this platform has really helped me to be excited about my life, to dream bigger, to not wake up to an alarm clock where I'm dreading the day and, I'm just sick of waking up and doing the same thing over and over and having this task list and to-do list that doesn't mean anything to me, right? Other than a paycheck. And I, especially after the tumor, I just wanted more. I craved more out of my life.
That's your foot.
It has, that's great, honey.
That's your foot, and that's also your foot.
It's also helped me just develop my own team of women who are inspiring. It's incredible to see in our group the women that, they'll post and help each other out. And I don't have to say or do anything because they're absolutely incredible. And I'm so grateful for them. If they're on tonight, they just come in and we talk about recipes and we talk about tips and taking care of yourself and just all these self-care tips and just showing up every day and motivating each other. And when I see them post, it makes me want to, work harder and get in my workout too. And so it's just been an incredible way to see that grow over time and build and grow and be the one to make that happen. You have the power to create something incredible, and you have to believe it. You have to believe it within yourself. And I think building something like this builds that belief. You have to create your own momentum. You have to start from somewhere. So, I know that there's probably a million reasons why. Like maybe you've seen my posts and you're like, I don't have the money to invest in a fitness program right now, or I'm just too tired, or I don't know, just there's a million excuses, right? I just don't have the time, or whatever it is. You just need one reason. You need one reason to make your life better. What have you got to lose, honestly? Because with me signing up, I was able to, get back into dance class and feel confident with that. And I was so happy doing that. And I didn't even know that I would be able to finish a program for that matter. I was so proud and impressed with myself that I was able to finish my very first program, 6 years ago. And then, being able to dive into the business and give yourself a pat on the back for creating your own, materials or coming live and talking to people about this journey, It's been an amazing journey of self-growth and personal growth, and watching other people, that you mentor on your team, just stepping out of their comfort zones. It fires me up to see them, come on and be posting about things that they're passionate about and ways they've been able to transform their nutrition and provide such immense value to their communities. So like I said, you just need one reason to give yourself the chance to start. You're not locked into anything ever. You can always change your mind. You can always go in a different direction. But I have never regretted the opportunities that I have decided to pursue and stick to those because of the person that I've grown into through the process. I'm not one of those people that joins something and fizzles out or, just gets distracted. And like, I am in this for the long haul because of what it's done for me and the transformation from the inside out. That sometimes it's hard to show, right? But you know yourself, and you're just from your spiritual, I guess intrinsically, right? You know when you're growing, and you can feel that your overall aura, and I'm grateful for that. So if you are interested in getting started, I would love to help you out with that. Easiest way to get started is with a challenge pack, what we call a challenge pack. Simply fitness and nutrition together. It's going to help you, just jumpstart you into, give you the exact plan you need to succeed, to see results. A supplement of your choice, so we can talk about that. I always recommend a superfood supplement because it's got everything in there. It's an all-in-one solution with digestive enzymes and adaptogens and incredible vitamins and minerals and things to fuel your body, which if we don't fuel it right, we crave the wrong stuff. So I always recommend that first and foremost, and then getting started with a fitness program that you actually enjoy, because it's so much easier to stick to if you're doing something that brings you joy every day. So that is what I'm here to help you with. If you are interested in getting started, just leave a comment for me. Just drop a message in my inbox. You can email me at amanda@fit2glow.com or find me on Facebook as Ballet Fit Mom, and I would absolutely love to talk to you. I will also post a link to my application in the comments. Just fill out the application and we'll set up a time to chat, because first and foremost, I want you to have the ultimate success in your journey. I want you to feel like you're progressing. I want you to feel really good about what you're doing. I want you to enjoy it. I want to help hold you accountable in this process. And if it's in, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit like I do, and you are dying to start something of your own or start a business, I would love to be that person to help walk you through it and take you through all the fears that I've been through and all the action steps to help get you set up for success for the long term, for the long haul, and help you build an actual business and organization that will provide for you for years to come. It's a great time to get started, especially with, the current situation of our state right now. The truth is, we're at home. It's the perfect time to get started with something like this. People now more than ever need something that is going to help them to be positive every day, to fuel their body right, to be healthy, to encourage these habits. They need accountability right now. It is a hard time. And so I'd love to introduce you to my group, my team. And so just reach out, let me know. And thank you so much for joining tonight. I hope you have an awesome night. Talk soon. Bye, guys. Let's see.